Now for class 11, I am starting with the chapter that is fundamental rights. Now fundamental rights means basic or essential. Okay. Essential rights. Now what do you mean by rights? Rights are the conditions of social lives without which no man can seek to be himself at his best. That means through rights one can show his inner potentials. Okay. So thus fundamental rights are the basic rights which are essential for an individual to means for his physical, mental, moral or spiritual growth. Clear? Now what are the characteristics of fundamental rights? Generally it is for the citizens, not for the outsider. And next one, it is a direct part of the constitutions. Clear? Next one, it is justiciable and have legal backing. That means what? If any fundamental rights of any of the citizens is getting disturbed or hampered by anyone, he can move to the court. And next one, the last one, it is that during proclamations of energy, means president has a right to suspend the fundamental rights. Clear? So these are the five characteristics of fundamental rights. And another thing is that fundamental right is bound by duties. Now, in India, we enjoy generally six types of fundamental rights. First one is right to equality, which is from Article 14 to 18. Then right to freedom, Article 19 to 22. Right against exploitations, Article 23 and 24. Right to freedom of religion, Article 25 to 28. Then cultural and educational right, Article 29 to 30. And then 6 is right to constitutional remedies, that is Article 32. Now for Article 31, it's include right to property. Before it was fundamental rights, now it is just a legal right. Means it has under 44th Amendment Act, it has been changed to just a legal right. Now let me just explain topic wise. First one, right to equality. Now right to equality. Right to equality means it include from Article 14 to 18. Now first one is that Article 14 said that equality before law and equal protections of law. That means law will equally protected each and every citizens of the country. Clear? And all will be treated under the same law. Article 15 is telling that there should not be discriminations on any ground. And Article 16 is telling that regarding employment, there should be equality should be prevail. And Article 17 is telling that abolitions of untouchability. And Article 18, abolitions of titles. Now here title means title conferred by the British government at that time. Okay, no one should use titles such as Nawab, Maharaja like this. Okay, but okay, means if anyone is can use the title provided by the government of India. Clear? Suppose or educational degree, just as title. Suppose if anyone achieve a doctorate degree, means he can use it. Clear? Now right to freedom. Now you just look the pictures. Right to freedom include freedom of speech and expressions, freedom of movement, freedom of religion. Clear? Now these are the right of freedom. Now right to freedom means just one thing you need to know, that during emergency this right to freedom is suspended. Clear? Now emergency means if any foreign aggressions is there or anything, at that time this right is suspended. Next one is right against exploitations. Now right against exploitations means generally it prohibits three things. First one is forced labor. That means you cannot force anyone, or bonded labor, it is totally illegal. Next one is prohibitions of human trafficking. That means what? Buying and selling of humans should be stopped. Next one is prohibitions of child labor. Okay, that means till age of 14 no one will be involved in hazardous work. Clear? Now right to freedom of religion. It indicates the secular nature of our country. Clear? That means each and every citizen in India can practice, preface or promote any religion of their choice. Government will not interfere, but one thing, government will intervene if any discriminations is spreading from any religious practice. For example, untouchability has been abolished under Article 17. Clearly we have discussed in this one in under right to equality. Clear? Next one, cultural and educational rights. Now generally it is for the to protect the minorities from the dominations of the majorities. That means so that minorities can promote their culture, can preserve their cultures. Okay, example, you just see that in India there are madrasas school, Christian missionaries schools. So okay, that's the thing, it's indicate. Next one is right to constitutional remedies. Now right to constitutional remedies means if any of the fundamental rights is getting disturbed or hampered by anyone, then the affected persons can move to the courts for justice. Clear? Now court can issue writs on that purpose. Okay, now a few writs are there. First one, the writ of habeas corpus. That means if any person has been detained, okay, now he should be produced before the court, okay, with live body. That means it is a command that a person who has been detained to produce before itself to know the reason for his detention. So if anyone is arrested, now he should know the reason for his arrest, and he should be produced in front of the court within 24 hours so that he can give his justifications. Next one, writ of mandamus means we command. Now it is a order from the court in the name of the state or officers or person requiring the performance of a particular duty. Suppose any government officers is not performing his duties properly. Now if any individual is getting disturbed from it, now he can move to the court. Now court can issues writ of mandamus. Next one, writ of prohibitions. Now writ of prohibitions means the writ is usually issued by the higher court to the lower court or inferior court, to stop the lower court from existing the limits of the jurisdictions. Now each and every court has its jurisdictions. Now first you say state high court, it has certain jurisdictions. Supreme court, now it is the ultimatum. Similarly district court, it has certain areas to functions. Clear? Now writ of prohibitions means suppose if any of the court crosses jurisdictions, that the upper court have the power to stop it. Clear? Then writ of certiorari. Now this writ is issues when a matter or case pending before an inferior court should be transmitted to the superior court. Okay, that means if any court is pending in the lower court, now the higher court have the power to take that particular case. And last one, it is the writ of querento. Now writ of querento means issued in respects of officers of public natures and not against private individuals or instructions. Now the object of this writ is to prevent a person who is wrongfully usurped an office from continuing in the office. Now forcefully, if anyone enter into the is sitting in a particular positions or post, okay, now through these writs he could be stopped. Clear? Now but this thing is eligible in government sector, not in private sector. And the last thing what you need to know is about fundamental duties. Now fundamental duties are added by 42nd amendment in 1976. Okay, now it is enumerated in article 51A of part 4. Now mind it, fundamental rights are in part 3 of the constitutions and fundamental duties is in part 4 A. Clear? Fundamental duties are total 11 in number. Now 11 fundamental duties are incorporated by 86 Amendment Act 2002, and the duty is of the parents to provide opportunities for educations to his child between the age of 6 and 14 years. Clear? Now total 11 fundamental duties we are enjoying. Clear? Oh, thank you.